Are you ready to jump into financial stocks? They seem lucrative and familiar, while also complicated and risky. Well, we invited Kevin Matthews from buildingbread.com to dispel any confusion about financial stocks. This is a guide to financial stocks with Kevin Matthews.
Are banks a great stock to invest in? And what are the nuances of choosing banks to invest in?
So in general, personally, I'm not the most excited about banks. I think there are better categories within finance that are more sustainable and less likely to be, let's say, swayed by whatever the news of the day is. So again, just in 2023 and 2022 for that matter, it was recession news, it was inflation news, it was just whatever news of the day, banks just kind of faltered. But there are obviously banks that are good and some that aren't. For me, I prefer either the credit card processors or insurance. People forget, Travelers Insurance, Progressive, those are finance companies too. Those are my favorite. They tend to be a lot more stable. They tend to be in a lot more predictable businesses. And I would say it's one of the few businesses that are legally required. Like if you have a car, you have to have insurance. And that's just it, right? If you, in most cases, if you have a job and they have to offer you insurance, you get that insurance, and it just has to be that way. So in those cases, that's something that you can absolutely rely on. So I lean in those directions. Doesn't make banks bad, but they don't seem to perform as well as those other two categories, at least in my view.